General disclaimer. Welcome to this official presentation on Affiliate Marketing Model 3.0. All presenters are providing their services on a volunteer basis and are active participants in all products they are presenting. Their views and opinions do not necessarily reflect those of the organisation. While we aim for accuracy, errors may occur. All content is for informational purposes only. The information provided is general and not personalised advice. We are not liable for any losses. We provide information and systems, but we do not endorse any purchases of memberships. Your decisions are yours alone, so we advise conducting thorough research. If uncertain, seek guidance from a qualified professional. Attendees accept these terms by continuing to view this presentation. Let's explore affiliate marketing cautiously and curiously. Legal disclaimer. You are viewing an Affiliate Marketing 3.0 official presentation. All products and services, their component parts and operating methods and systems, either provided by or created by Affiliate Marketing 3.0, belong solely to Affiliate Marketing 3.0. All IPs are protected. Anyone copying, distributing, or reselling any Affiliate Marketing 3.0 product without express permission risks serious legal consequences. Any unauthorized broadcasting, live streaming, or social media sharing of Affiliate Marketing 3.0 presentations is strictly prohibited. Downloading and re-uploading presentations without permission violates copyright law and may also lead to legal consequences. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Thursday night's business presentation, where you can find out everything that you need to know about an opportunity of a lifetime. We still have plenty of room, so please reach out to your new prospects. Please reach out to your community, bring them along, help them understand how 2026 could be very, very different to 2025. We have an excellent presenter for you this evening. I'm going to hand you over to David. David is an expert in the affiliate marketing industry, has achieved success in many, many occasions in his career. And it is fantastic to have him part of this particular project, leading the way. Over to you, David. Thanks very much for being here.
Thank you, Joe. Welcome, everybody. My name is David. I'm from the Netherlands. I don't know if we have a lot of new people here, but welcome, everybody. Yes, what do you do in this business? You perform, of course, for the best. And I can tell you, some things get even better. And that's, of course, what we are doing. If you have your friends here, that's good. If you are here, that's the best. If you have your friends here, that's super. But I want to ask you to call all these people who you really want to have here, because this opportunity is for you to spread to the world, to give it to the world. Don't keep it for yourself. I say always, it's network marketing or affiliate marketing. And the working part, network marketing is the part of the invitation. And if you are a good recruiter, you can make fast income. So if you want a little bit money, you join. If you want to make a lot of money, you bring a lot of people here. But if you want to become financially free, then you duplicate yourself and teach other people to do the same thing. And that's, of course, the funny part here. So if we are looking at our business model, and I will show you here, it's actually the most easiest part. It takes a little bit a while to get into it. I have to be honest for it. But I can tell you, make sure that you make some notes. I'm sure there is a recording and you can always watch back the recordings. But this is your part where you are exposed to something very, very special. And 3FO is the next generation of affiliate system operating system. So we have a Web3 powered platform. Web3, that is, it fits into the decentralization of the blockchain. And, a lot of people, they think Bitcoin is blockchain. No. Bitcoin was actually the amplifier, the start of the whole blockchain era. Web3 is so much more in that industry. But you also have a possibility for you to earn daily in Ethereum. ETH is Ethereum, is a cryptocurrency. And you have access to top tiers and products, unlocks massive income potential, because this is where you have the chance to benefit for an industry what is coming. And of course, you have to get started. Like a combustion motor, you have to have a good ignition. You have to get started. And this is where you can start with a panel or a pack. There is a different, but there is a starter's pack where you can start with. What is it? The yield amplifier unlocks yield power. So you can start with just $500 to buy the ignition pack. You can have BTCCs, and that is our native coin, where you can have a potential increase. So when you stake your BTCCs, you increasing your yield, what's coming every week. So the ignition pack is where you start, it's $500, and that will double, to $1,000. But if you increase it with your BTCCs, you can increase the speed or, the amount of money what is coming back. You see 2x return with no BTCC, and that is, 52%. There are different packages from $500 till $121,500 for the biggest panel. And they all will do the same thing. You can always do 2x in BTC staking. If you do 1x in BTCC, so let's say you pay $500 and you stake for $500 in BTCCs, then you will have 3x return. So that's 65%. And you can even go to 4x, and that is 78%. It's not only for the ignition, but for all the panels it's that. And you can see the bigger the panel, the bigger your return. And that is here, and the maximum 156%, because you get a massive 3% a week from the staking of your Ethereum. Also, the ignition pack. Let us show how much money that is in a week. So when you start with 500 and you do fully 4x BTCC, so that means you stake for $1,000 in BTCCs, then you have $7.50 every week. You can go to subpanel 3. You pay 1,500, you add 3,000 in BTCC staking, add to it, and then you will have $26.25. You go to subpanel 9. You pay 4,500. Of course, you have subpanel 1, 2, and then 3. 9, I have to say. So, and then you will have $90 every week. With every panel, you can stake your BTCCs. And these BTCCs will help you to increase. And I hope you can see this. The biggest package, 121,500, with fully staked 2x in BTCCs, will give you weekly $3,645 every week in yield. So the $500 here you can see will give you $2,000 in return. That's the 4x. But of course you have to stake with the $500 in Ethereum. You stake for $1,000 in BTCCs. You can upgrade to the subpanel 3. And this is very good. So you earn with 1,500, you earn 2,000. You can buy the subpanel 3, and of course, you can buy back the first package. And this is what you all the time do. So you upgrade to the bigger package, and of course you buy the previous package, and this is what you do. Every time you increase and you're growing, so you can start with just $500 and run it all the time, 100% passively. You just let your Ethereums and the BTCCs do the work. If you've built this up fully and totally, you can see what your weekly are going to earn. And in total, you can earn $5,048 every week. So there's 4 weeks in a month, and I can think that a lot of people have here a really, really good opportunity. This is a thing where you can decide to travel around the world, to wake up tomorrow to say, hey, what am I going to do? Can you imagine that you have every Wednesday, that's the payday, the yield is coming on Wednesday. So can you imagine that you get every week? So on Tuesday evening, you go to bed, and then Wednesday morning, you wake up and there is again yield coming into your wallet. You can do sub loans, and the instant sub panel loans are eligible, of course, for the panels. So 50% you can use from the $500. You can give loan sub panel to buy sub panel 3. So that's $250, and that is, of course, 2 times 125. Every time you can upgrade with these sub panels, of course, with the instant sub loan. And that's always, 50% of the panel. Interest free, and you repay with your future yield. So here you can see it. If you have sub panel of ignition pack 1, and then you have the $500, and then of course you can do 2 sub panels with $125. What makes it all possible? And that's of course our Alpha AI, the smart and passive wealth generator. The Alpha AI yield is effortless path to build wealth through decentralized finance. Forget active trading. This is fully managed. Vault generates weekly yield by leveraging expert strategies across staking, yield, farming, liquid providing, and more. Managed by the 3FO core team with an audit smart contract, the yield prioritizes the capital preservation and transparency, risk adjustment returns. Your earnings are delivered weekly in real Ethereum and scaling with each active subscription and panel. You can see here an overview from the vault from Alpha AI, and you can also look at the website gptalpha.ai. Here you can see different live P&L, and you see here monthly, 3 months, and so on. You see here different signals and alerts, and this system is all working automatically for you. So the only thing you need to do is to activate your panel, and the system is working for you. Alpha AI is working for you. So if tomorrow somebody asks you, what do? You can say, I have my own AI working for me. So of course, with sub panel, with the ignition panel, first one, you also get 3 products, and of course 4. Actually, you get the liquid pay choice card. That is where you can have free spending of your cryptos. We have protocol yield, the whale pass, where you have a protocol yield, 6 different strategies, what is working to generate real yield on performance on trading and in proven strategies. And of course you have LFG and the LFG starter packs. That is where you have index trading in crypto. First ever, it was not done before, but with LFG we have index trading. Also, you have the BTCC product offering. The BTCCs, you need BTCCs, of course, to amplify your yield. You need $1,000, in the first package maximum. And here you can mine your own BTCCs. So you can choose to buy that with one of the members who has BTCCs, or you have the possibility to mine your own BTCCs. And these is with the Xeon GT1X miner. This one is costing $50, the GT1X. You connect it to the node and it will mine everyday BTCCs. The only thing what you need to do is harvesting. And that will be explained in the trainings how to do that. We have different Xeon GT miners, and you have the 10x and of course the 100x. And of course in this situation, when you buy the Xeon GT miner, you also have an up to 2x of potential earnings from this purchase of this miner. We also have the smart chain node, and that is where you have 182% APY, and that will give you every month BTCCs. It's actually coming every day via smart contract into your wallet directly. So the miners that you mine, you need to harvest them, but with the BTC20 smart chain node, then you have it, of course, from transaction, and that is coming every day. BTCCs are coming automatically in your wallet. And of course, this is what you need to increase the yield from 3FO. For the people, and we have here, of course, the BTCC ETF Lite. And an ETF is very amazing. You can stake your BTCCs, of course, with a sub panel and with a panel. So when you buy a $500 ignition pack, you can stake extra for $500 BTCC. You can see if you stake for 1 year, you have 12%, and that is, of course, a year, and it's paid monthly in Ethereum in your wallet. You also can stake for 2 years, and that gives you 18% APY a year, and of course it's monthly paid out in your Ethereum wallet. So staking is now open. Vault unlocks, since the 1st of March, and you can activate this amazing BTCC ETF Lite and increase, of course, the yield what you get every week. Introducing and contributing the 3FO Ethereum reserve. The contribution to the reserve method is adopted by cryptocurrency exchanges and financial institutes to demonstrate that they hold sufficient assets to back up the funds under their custody. Yeah, sometimes my English is different. Under their custody. So what they have, it plays a vital role in building trust and transparency within the crypto industry by ensuring that customer assets are secure and properly managed and fully accounted for. To secure banking, multiple benefits to the community. 20% of users' total Ethereum rewards will be allocated to the contribution of the 3FO Ethereum reserve, strengthen the asset backing, and of course, while delivering long-term value of the community. I always talk about ROI, return of investment or return of capital. This is one of these things what will increase that system. Internal transfer future. This feature enables user to transfer funds internally, conduct peer-to-peer transfer between 3FO users, allowing them to move funds securely, instantly, and independently. So you can move via peer-to-peer transfer funds from one to the other. Really, really good. And I hope that this is really for you, the strategy. This is the passive, this is the part where you do not have to recruit or affiliate anybody. Of course, in 3FO, we have an amazing uni level. It's paid up till 15 levels deep, and you can qualify for that. So it's very easy. You buy your ignition panel, sub panel. You can stake BTCCs for the same panel, 500 or 1000. So 1-to-1 or 1-to-2. And you can unlock 728,000 in earning potential. The 3FO uni level works very easy. You can see here level 1 till 15. To unlock every level, you need people. And what we always say is start with 2 people, because then you are directly unlocked, and of course you need $500 in minimum volume. So if you have your own package for 500, you find 2 people who buy a $500 package, and that is of course $1,000. But you can also do it differently. You can say 2 ignition pack, or 20 times a 1x miner, or 2 times a 10x miner, $50 or $500. You can also have a mix of it. So this is really, really interesting. Before you could only start with 500, but now you can start with 50. But to get paid from the levels in your structure, you have to have that $1,000 in volume to receive that frontline 10%. Can you imagine that you bring in 2 people, with $500? 10% of that is 2 times $50. And that increases, of course, your return of capital. You can increase, and you can break the levels, everything you can here build up. For level 2, you need 3 people, you need $1,500, and then you have unlocked level 2. And so on. All the way, you can have here 7 levels deep without a rank. If you want to get paid from level 8, then you have to have the rank. And of course, rank 1 I will show you in a second how you qualify for rank 1, because rank 1 opens, of course, level 9, and then you have rank 2 that goes to level 13, and then of course for level 14 and 15 you need to have rank 3. To get paid, make sure that you have 20 people directly frontline, because you can see that here from 2 you grow all the way to 20. So what I always say to my people is go as fast as you can, wide as you can. And if you have done that, then help your people to do the same. Because in this business, it's all about duplication. You can see here all the levels, and you can see here all the subpanels. And you can increase all the time by ranking up, and you can buy these subpanels even, all the time. And you get every time this paid. So you can see from 0 to 2,000, 10 members is $5,000. 10% of the second level, from the first level, 10%, and you can see there, and that is deducting from the 2,000. So you can have that very fast. So you can let it run week by week, or when you build your team, you can increase it. And once your team is so fast and so big, you can do it very fast. So grow your commission, reinvest in panels, and earn more Ethereums, because that is the whole philosophy of 3FO. That you have, instead that you work for money, that you have a system that works for you. The builder's income on yield. Level-wise, weekly is that yield distributed. Every Wednesday, you get it in there. Your network earns, you grow richer week after week, again, for duplication. The builder's yields allows you to earn a percentage of the DeFi yield generated by users in your network across 15 levels based on their active ignition pack or subpanel, plus along the maximum BTCC staking. So when your people stake their BTCCs, when they make, let's say, $7.50 a week, of course, you get more about that. So it increases also your weekly yield. Imagine, and this is a good example, imagine that somebody on your third level activated subpanel 9, that 4,500. He put, of course, 9,000 in BTCCs in there, so 1 to 2, yeah? So the earning of 2%, so your person who did this on your third level earns $90 a week in Ethereum. You get 5% of that. That's $4.50. Can you imagine if you have hundreds of people in these 15 levels deep and you are 20 levels wide? How many people can you attract? On this moment, the Ethereum is very low. You know that. So it's very cheap. On this moment, it's very, very cheap to start. The key benefits, the bigger panels, the higher the yield, the higher the commission for you. BTC staking multiplies the yield, multiplying your business income. Weekly, residual, and scalable. And of course, it increases the speed that you can buy, again, new panels. That you can go to the highest panel in the system. You can build, of course, this business, and you can go as wide as you want. But you're looking actually in the beginning, in your first set, you're looking for 3 leaders where you can build. 3 lines where you can build. Of course, you need 20 wide, but you need 3 people in the first situation to start up and to have a massive growth. Then you need a 4th line. We will show you in a second. So, builder's yield income structured level-wise distribution. You can see here all the time when you grow, and this is of course from level 1 till 15, you see here active of directs to unlock, and this is the builder's yield income. You can see 10%, 5%, you go 5%, then you see 3%, then you see 2%, then you see 1%, and on level 14 and 15 you'll get again the 2%, and that is of course really, really massively. Again, we always say to people, make sure that you have 20 people, because you need that 20 people to get all the depth into your levels paid. The key advantage: guaranteed weekly yield, consistently income without the DeFi learning curve. Team-based earnings Earn when your network profits. BTC multiplies and boosts your earning potential. Transparent and on the chain, see your earnings in real time. Sustainable growth and built for the long game. It's not a hype. 3 of 4 rank rewards. You can claim the ranks and multiply the impact of collective massive bonuses. You can earn bonuses in our rank system from $1,000 till $10 million just for growing and maintaining 3 active lags. Of course, the highest lag position, you need 4 active lags. And the best thing is that this is on top of your existing earning from the weekly yield. So it's not replacing, but it's on top of your passive income. The rank criteria are very important. So the required of numbers of active direct referrals. So even if a person has bought an ignition pack, but when it's finished, he has of course to rebuy, otherwise he's not active in the system. So make sure that you always check your package activity. Also the minimum of business volume. Required minimum team size, and of course you have to maintain 3 active lags in a ratio of 40%, 30%, 30%. Only for rank, for the highest rank, rank 10, you maintain 4 active lags. In this slide, it's very clear example. You can see boot sequence, you need 3 directs, you need 15,000 in volume, 30 people in your team, and of course you need then you get $1,000 in reward. On level 2, you need 45,000 and you need 75 people and you need 4 direct people. You get 3,000 in rank number 3, you need 5 people, you need 125,000 of course in the 40, 30, 30. And then you get $5,000 in bonus. So in total you can earn $9,000 if you calculate everything together. And this is how you do it. So make sure that you draw this on paper. The 15,000 needs 1 leg with 6,000. You need a second leg with 4,500. And you need a third leg also with 4,500. This is what you need in the volume in these legs. It's not personal, but in these legs you need have to do that. Yeah. So you see 45,000 and 125,000 is the same in 3 legs. 40%, 30%, 30%. This is building your foundation. Rank 1, rank 2, and rank 3 is your building your foundation. The leadership is on rank 4 till 10. That is where you build your leadership. And this is where you can all grow to the highest position. And you can have all these bonuses, and I like it, that you grow your business and you earn these bonuses, and all the time, you can see it. The biggest bonus, of course, is 10 million. But if you calculate everything together, that's $16.5 million what you can earn in Ethereum. But again, the Ethereum is now, at this date that I'm doing this presentation, is around the $2,000. 7 months ago, it was like 4,000 and it was hitting 5,000. So people had to convert $5,000, to go into, for Ethereum. But now it's very cheap. So if you buy your position now in Ethereum, and let's say the Ethereum is going up because they did a calculated, you can ask ChatGPT and, they have a prediction for the Ethereum in 5 years that Ethereum will go to $30,000. Can you imagine that you now get 10 million in Ethereum and it goes from 2,000 to 30,000? That's really, really amazing. So why is the rank system so important that we have that into the system? It encourages balanced growth. So if you want to grow, you have to help your people. Very important. It drives leadership duplication, because you need rank 1 to get paid over these levels, but your people need to do the same. It unlocks really millionaire rewards with a structured team building. And of course, it's 100% adaptive. It never replaces your earnings. It's on top what you earn. With Bitcoin code user-centric approach, mining and harvesting of the BTC efficient, eco-friendly, and tailored to the DeFi enthusiast. It's all about to have your BTCCs into the system, that you have a real increase of that yield. So compensation plan terms, all earnings are calculated on the active subscription. Payouts are processed daily in Ethereum on the base network. Yield is generated from Alpha AI yield performance weekly. That's Wednesday. Every withdrawal subject to the fixed 20% contribution to the 3FO Ethereum reserve with a zero admin fee. 20% of the total income will be allocated to the 3FO Ethereum reserve to strengthen the asset backing. This is an initiative to design to deliver multiple benefits to the entire community. Internal transfer from Ethereum holding wallet, income wallet to transfer to the wallet or subject of to 5% admin fee, while peer-to-peer funds transfer are subject to 0% admin fee. So that's really good if you do it via peer-to-peer. To qualify for unilevel builder's income, user must maintain the requirement of the active direct BTCC staking. So an option, you have 2x or 4x. Yeah? So you need the active people, of course, and you need to have that 2x or 4x in BTCC, what you put in there. Rank rewards are paid upon the meeting criteria required. Minimum of number of active directs, minimum of team business volume, minimum of team size, and at least 3 lakhs in the 40%, 30%, 30%. For rank 10, you need 4 lakhs are required. Income limits are applied to subscription on staking ratio, and then of course 2x. You know, the $500 becomes $1,000 if you don't stake the BTCCs, but if you stake the BTCCs in 1-to-1 or 4, you know, you have 4x if you do it with 2. So I always say, you know, I cannot believe that a person would not do, you know, these BTCC staking, because that is actually where we can have a use case for the BTCC. Users must follow all platform terms, stay compliant, and avoid manipulation or stacking. The payouts of the weekly yield is scheduled. So if you start on Monday, then you get it from, you know, Monday, Tuesday, then you have, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Wednesday is payday. You have Tuesday, then you have one payday, of course, on Wednesday. But if you start on Wednesday, you have to wait until next Wednesday, but you will have the full cycle of the whole 7 days. Builder's yield income. The builder's yield income, residual income from your team yields, is also credited every Wednesday alongside your personal yield. This income is distributed across the 15 levels based on the activity structure and the yield generation within each level. Earnings and cap and unclaimed income. Very important. Every subscription ignition pack has a maximum earning of 2, 3, or 4x, depending on the staking of the BTCCs. Users who reach out, you know, to their earning caps, all future income will be redirected to the unclaimed income. Make sure to claim this unclaimed income. User must top up their tier subscription before the next business closing day, and failure to top up in time will result in permanent forfeiture or unclaimed reward. So I always say, look every day in your structure. If you have people under you, if you can see what every time is coming in, and make sure if you have a team under you, because you never know, maybe, you don't pay attention. A big leader, recruits a lot of people. You get a lot of commissions, from your team volume, and you have faster, your 4x in the income. And it would be so, if you miss out that money because, you work for it. Panel activation structure. Panels, sub-panels, are priced from $500 to $121,500. They are unlocking, so there is no skipping. So you always go from 1 to 2 to 3 and so on. 1, 3, 9, and so on. Activation via Ethereum top-up to sub-panel loans. And of course, you can boost up to 50%, except for sub-panel 243, you cannot do that. BTC staking multipliers defines yield more precisely with the range of 1.25% to 2.5% weekly, or from 1.5% till 3%. APY is kept, at 130% and 156%. Of course, that is the highest package where you have the 3% weekly. Subpanel loans and loan boost system. Eligible for subpanel 81. An example, $500, you have $250 to give on loans for subpanel 3, $250. Subpanel loans applied directly to the panel, not wallet. Very important. Repayment either for future yield or manual repayment. Explicit for exclusion of panel 243. Yield distribution paid weekly in Ethereum, base chain, and based on the panel value, BTC staking ratio. Account and panel staking. Multiple accounts are allowed, but it must be funded individually, and of course 3FO can investigate suspicious stacking patterns. To compliance and fair use, 3FO has the right to enforce lock periods, suspend panel loans for misuse. So here you can see the overview. We have Alpha AI, we have the miners, we have, of course, Liquid Pay Card, we have Pi, and we have LFG. We have the BTCC ETF Lite, all together in this 3FO system. Thank you. This is my presentation, and I give the word back to Joe.
Amazing. Let me turn my camera on. Amazing. Fantastic presentation. Thank you very much, David. Excellent job. As always, I am without doubt that everybody here has a very clear vision of how 3FO could be the right opportunity for you. If you haven't already jumped in, now's the time to do it. The market is down. This is the time to be involved with 3FO. We are building something sustainable for the future, not just for the next few months, but for the next decade and beyond. Amazing. Okay, so let's quickly outro out. So I'm sure everyone's aware of our schedule. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday's presentation day. Wednesday's community call with Chavez. Everything Monday to Thursday is at 7 p.m. UK time and 7 p.m. EST time. That means that tomorrow is community support and training and Q&A. There is only the one event on Friday. That's 9 p.m. UK time and 4 p.m. EST time. I highly recommend that you join us tomorrow, because Chavez has promised to join us tomorrow evening, where he's going to be doing a training on Bitcoin code and the BTCC network, which is, I'm sure, going to be absolutely excellent. Saturday and Sunday, of course, is yours to do with what you will. Now, Sunday is definitely a day that you want to be joining us. We are now holding a global leaders community call. It's not an official corporate event. This is a community-led event where the leadership comes together to hear your voice. We are one community, but we are many voices. So this is your opportunity to come and have your say. Anything that you want to ask, anything that you want to say, anything that you want to suggest, this is the place where you can say it. No holds barred. Whatever it is that you want to say, this is the place. We are here to listen. So come and join us. Be part of the conversation. The last 4 weeks have been absolutely excellent. Some really interesting questions, really interesting debate. This is every Sunday at 7 p.m. UK time, 12:30 a.m. India time, 11 p.m. Dubai time, 2 p.m. EST time, and 11 a.m. PST time. So come and be part of that conversation. Come and join myself and Carl on US Prime Time. If you are brand new and you've just invested in an ignition pack, then you could qualify for a free $50 miner with a little bit of BTCC to stake it, so that you can start your Bitcoin code mining journey. There you go. That's everything. So a quick thank you to David for an excellent presentation, and a quick thank you to Izzy for keeping us on track, and obviously a massive thank you to all of you for joining us tonight, showing your support and your commitment to this community. Have a great evening. We will see you all again tonight on EST for anybody, on US Prime Time for anybody that cares to join us. And if not, we will see you tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. for UK Prime Time. Have a great night, folks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.